Did you know that right now, if you buy the Dewalt DWS779, that's all right there. See it, special buy? Special buy. If you buy that right now at your friendly neighborhood Lowe store, you will get absolutely free that Dewalt saw mount. The Dewalt DWS723, absolutely free of charge. Now that we've already unboxed this saw mount, we're going to unbox this Dewalt saw. Stay tuned. And there it is, in all its lovely yellow and silver and chrome and black glory, the DWS779. Now we're going to take that saw and we're going to put it right there so we can use all of these goodies and mount it on that saw. Stay tuned. Okay, so any of you out there with a partially torn rotator cuff like me, one word of warning: that sucker's heavier than it looks. Okay, boys and girls, all nice and mounted. Quick tip: mounting these, put the bolt and the flat washer in. On the bottom, stack the lock washer on top of the nut, put it at the end of your finger, come up from the bottom like this, screw this in just until it engages the threads, then run this top one down with either a screwdriver or with a direct driver. Use a 1/2 inch deep well 3/8 drive socket and a small extension and ratchet it all together. Yeah, I know, there's a bunch of you out there going, "Damn it, Bobby, I know how to mount a saw, quit talking down to me." But just for some of those of you like me who've never had one this size and never had it mounted, those helpful tips. Also, those clamps right there, if you just squeeze right here when trying to lock this down over this part of the saw mount, it's going to seem impossible. However, if you grab the whole thing right here, this trigger and this, squeeze all the way in, drops right down. Piece of cake, man. But you got to squeeze the entire thing real hard, but it drops right in. All in all, they're about if I remember correctly, 24 inches center to center. So set them roughly there, drop the saw on it, adjust as necessary, bolt it all down, plug it in, you're ready to go. Now remember, this entire kit, $4.99 from your friendly neighborhood Lowe's. You get the Dewalt saw mount, you get the Dewalt saw, and you're out the door. Have fun. Okay, as an addendum, I changed the blade because I need a very fine tooth for cutting on these floating shelves. I got a 12-inch 80 tooth blade on here instead of the 24 that comes with it. Now, in the instructions, they will tell you to loosen this screw here. Rotate this as far back as it'll go. Loosen this screw right here on the guard, and then push the guard up that way. Throw that out in the wind. What you're going to do is take this completely off. Set the bolt here. You're going to come back here, unbolt this bolt right here. Then you're going to go in here and unbolt that bolt right there completely. You're going to take this entire assembly, this piece and this piece right here, completely off the saw, set it aside. Then you can get to that bolt up in there. And by the way, that's a left-hand thread, so opposite of lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. Okay? Then put it all back together and ta-da, you're done. Your blade has changed. Seriously, just take it off. Otherwise, you absolutely cannot rotate this bottom guard plate back far enough to get to that nut. It doesn't happen. Thank you and good night.